Well, hello everyone. How you doing? It is me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. Of course, it's me. Who else is going to be? You know, everyone talks about Dolby Vision, HDR10 or HDR10 plus, and what's the other one? Advanced Technicolor, and I have yet to see any advanced Technicolor HDR content. But no one really talks about the elephant in the room. And what's the elephant in the room? And of course, the elephant in the room is hybrid log gamma. Now, what is the hybrid log gamma? It's just people been confused. There's so many HDR formats out there, and people are already confused with so many HDR formats. And hybrid log gamma, it's making it even more confusing for them. So, what is the hybrid log gamma? Well, it's a gamma level adjustment. It's what it is. The only difference is hybrid log gamma. Well, first and foremost, HLG, it's a format that supports both standard dynamic range and high dynamic range. And to me, this is a big deal. Originally, HLG, it's designed by BBC in conjunction with the NHK Japan. So they both partnered up and they decided, hey, you know what? Some people still like to watch their 1080p Blu-rays, standard dynamic range movies, and they still watch it. I still watch my standard dynamic range movies, 1080p movies, which I have truckload of them. And wouldn't it be great if we implement hybrid log gamma for both HDR and standard dynamic range? And I think this is a great beneficiary, or beneficially, it's great for consumers, for us who love movies and love video games. This will greatly help improve dynamic of the picture. That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about enhancing that dynamic of the picture, giving us the best possible deep dark levels and the white bright levels that we can get, even on a standard dynamic range. This goes for non-HDR content, obviously, but it works the best, in my opinion, with HDR content. And I think that this is something that we need to talk about it more. And I think HLG needs to be advertised a little bit better, because a lot of people, there's people out there who don't even know that the HLG exists, let alone what is HLG, what is hybrid log gamma. So that's a little backstory on hybrid log gamma and how it started. It's fairly new. It's available in UK, BBC, and some other channels, and some channels in Asia and Japan. Of course, there's hybrid log gamma cameras available as well. And of course, YouTube, it's now. Google, it's supporting the HLG formats, and that's great. So let's dive into this a little bit more. Okay, what you are looking at here, it's your gamma levels. Now, you're always going to have your gamma levels, whether you're watching a standard dynamic range or high dynamic range. Okay, you're always going to have your gamma levels. Now, when you click on your gamma levels, you're going to have three different options here. Now, we have a third option available because the format that was encoded here on this YouTube video supports HLG. Now, this one over here that says ST2084, it's, as you can obviously, they're called values, okay? I need to rephrase this correctly for you so you understand it. Gammas have three different values here. Of course, we got the one that's by BBC and HNK, a hybrid log gamma. Then we got the value that's ST2084. This is your common HDR value that's used for HDR10 and Dolby Vision. And then here we got BT1886. This is your common gamma value that's used for your standard dynamic range content. So normally, if you don't have HLG available, you will see the BT1886. The difference is the BT1886 and even ST2084, they're not really that good at adjusting the black levels on the gamma. And HLG improves dramatically on your black levels and the whole dynamic of the picture, including the white bright levels as well. You can also brighten up the picture, but it's really gamma, it's really there for the deep dark digital levels to enhance your black digital levels. And when we click on the HLG, and when you click here, as you can see right here, I have my HLG levels at -2. I can go a little bit higher and I can brighten it up. And this is the great thing about the HLG, that it's giving you this value to adjust your gamma levels in a more natural way. Now, I don't want to sound like some professional technical jogger type of a person, because that's not the purpose of my channel. My purpose of my channel is to dissect the technical jogger and give it to you in a basic terms, so that way you can understand it. And that's what I'm trying to do in this video on HLG. In other words, Hybrid Log Gamma gives you the most natural, accurate gamma levels. I don't think I could have put it better or said it better myself than what I just did. It gives you the most natural gamma levels. It's the best gamma level value. And what the BBC and NHK has designed here, it's really amazing. You know, and you have seen a bunch of different demos from NHK in Japan, and you've seen it in the BBC. Planet Earth 2 BBC showcased the Hybrid Log Gamma, because the BBC is the one that it's the studio that made the Planet Earth 1 and 2. I also need to credit a YouTube content creator here by the name of Golden Pen. Golden Pen, all together. Golden Pen. Go check him out. Go check out his channel. This is his footage. I'm just using his footage as a fair use, so I can show you and talk about Hybrid Log Gamma in a more advanced way. So go check him out. Golden Pen. You can check out his footage in full Hybrid Log Gamma and see it for yourself if your TV supports it. If you have OLED, if you have QLED, they both support Hybrid Log Gamma. I think Sony X900F or Z9F, I think it supports Hybrid Log Gamma as well. I'm not sure, they might. And one more thing I want to mention here is that the main reason why I started doing this video about Hybrid Log Gamma, it is mainly because I've been looking around YouTube videos and not that many people are talking about it, and I'm kind of surprised that not many are talking about it, because HLG, it's something that will benefit greatly HDR format. And another great thing about HLG, it's compatible both with standard dynamic range gamma value and high dynamic range gamma value. The only difference is your standard dynamic range will have much better value with Hybrid Log Gamma, meaning that it will enhance the dynamic of the picture with the brightness and the deep dark levels much better than what you have on your standard 1886 gamma value. And to me personally, Hybrid Log Gamma, it's an excellent companionship for HDR. I'm also surprised that we don't see movies utilize this option more often. I think every 4K UHD Blu-ray movie should have Hybrid Log Gamma available. I think that broadcast televisions should have hybrid log gamma available. I think that video games should utilize hybrid log gamma. It's really going to benefit greatly. Adjusting the deep dark levels and bringing in more natural without any sacrifice of black digital levels being crushed. If you use your standard gamma, you will crush your black levels, digital levels, by moving it to -2 or -3. Guaranteed. Here, that's not the case. So this is a great example. This one video here, it's in hybrid log gamma. This is in Tokyo, and you really feel as if you're sitting inside this facility, looking across through the window on all of these other buildings. They're being presented, and it brings a more natural picture quality. You can even see here, I don't know if you guys can see it, you can see a reflection right there of a kitchen or something that's right there. You can even see the reflection. That's the kind of detail you're getting here that is truly mind-blowing. To me, -1, it's really the best value here. You can go -2 if you want, and you're still not crushing the deep dark levels. But I personally believe that -1 is perfect. I mean, just look how gorgeous this is. Look at this value right here of hybrid log gamma on this Miss New Jersey freighter that's I apologize. I meant to say a ferry. I don't know why I said a freighter. Freighter, it's carrying a bunch of cargo. You know, it's a ferry, New Jersey, Miss New Jersey ferry that takes you on the Hudson River to New Jersey and New York and Brooklyn and back and forth. Okay, it's a ferry. All right. So I apologize about that. It's a ferry. Now, so my whole point was here to just showcase just how beautiful the hybrid log gamma enhances the deep dark levels and gives you a much better dynamic depth of picture on top of already wonderful HDR that you have. So this is only something that's going to benefit HDR. Having this with the HDR, it can only enhance the picture quality. It will not degrade the picture quality. Having this included with HDR, it's, I think, something that every HDR should have, every television should have. Until you see hybrid log gamma being in conjunction with HDR10, then you can't really appreciate it unless you see it for yourself in person. And here we go, yet another great example of hybrid log gamma and just how much it enhances the picture quality, dynamic of the picture quality that gives you that nice natural level of dynamic. What do we mean by that? It means that not that black digital levels are not being crushed. Even with a -2 here, your black digital levels are still being presented in a more natural, balanced way. And I think this is something that people have misconception about HLG. They think, oh, it's just a gimmick. No, it's not a gimmick. It really brings gamma levels to a natural levels. You're never going to achieve those type of gamma natural levels with a value of a standard dynamic range or even with the HDR value gamma. Hybrid log gamma, it's a must-have for HDR. It's the greatest companionship you can have for the HDR. It just so happens that hybrid log gamma supports both standard dynamic range and HDR. That's because it's created by BBC and NHK together in partnership, and it's royalty free, so I don't understand why the video game developers are not using this. I don't understand why the sports networks are not using this. They should be using this. It's available, it's out there. This is only going to help you. This is not going to hurt or degrade your picture quality. It's only going to bring a more natural picture quality for your content. And that's the whole purpose of this video, and me jaw-jacking, blabbing about this and showing you this, because I felt not many people have actually talked about hybrid log gamma in a more extensive, advanced way. So a lot of you are going to ask, well, where can we find this hybrid log gamma? Well, currently right now, YouTube is supporting it. You can find it on YouTube. BBC, it's of course supporting it. But I don't live in UK, so I don't know which BBC channels support it. I do know that the Planet Earth 2 on BBC On Demand, if you live in UK, they have Planet Earth 2 that supports hybrid log gamma. But currently, right now, your best bet is YouTube. Now, what televisions support hybrid log gamma? Well, as you can see right here, Samsung QLED Q8FN supports both HLG and HDR10 Plus, and I can't wait to see how HDR10 Plus is going to work in conjunction with HLG. All of the LG OLED TVs, they support hybrid log gamma. LG OLEDs, they pretty much support all of the HDR formats except one, which is exclusive to Samsung, and that's HDR10 Plus. But if you have OLED, any OLED series, whether you go 6, 7, or 8, all of them, they will support the hybrid log gamma. Sony, I'm not sure about Sony. I don't know, so I can't really comment on Sony because I don't know which Sony brand supports it. So I'm not going to comment on that. I need to do some more research on that. However, I know that LG OLED support hybrid log gamma, and I know that the QLED series from last year, Q8, Q9, they support hybrid log gamma. So, in closing, what do I think about hybrid log gamma? I think it's great. I think that more and more people should talk about hybrid log gamma. More and more people should demand hybrid log gamma. It's only going to help you, whether it's your gaming experience, whether it's your movie experience, whether it's your sports experience, whatever content is hybrid log gamma, it's only going to enhance that HDR experience. It's really a great beneficiary. It'll greatly benefit the HDR, in my opinion, and even SDR. In my opinion, yes, HDR is great, but why not enhance that HDR even further? Why not have that icing on the cake? What HLG is to HDR as a companionship, it's like icing on the cake. It really is going to bring a wonderful picture quality. Like I said, if you have a really good 4K TV, if you have OLED, this is a huge benefit, especially for the emissive organic light emitting diodes, where the deep dark levels are a bit maybe crushed because of OLED emissive technology. I think this will easily benefit OLED, in my opinion, to address those deep dark levels to be perfectly natural, so you can see every detail. So, in closing, HLG, I love it, and I hope that more and more studios will implement HLG. Hopefully that the broadcast networking will implement HLG. Like I said, HLG hybrid log gamma, it's only going to help you get that nice balance between the deep dark levels and white bright levels. It's going to give you a nice dynamic of that picture. You're going to have a nice depth of picture when you're watching whatever content that you are watching. And it's something that you have to see for yourself to truly appreciate Hybrid Log Gamma. This video, it's really just me explaining Hybrid Log Gamma to you and talking about it a little bit more in 20 minutes to bring it to your attention that, it's not all about Dolby Vision. It's not all about the HDR10. Of course, they're important, but I think this is another aspect that's important as well, because Hybrid Log Gamma, it will only help enhance that picture quality and make it more natural for HDR and SDR. So that's my thought on it. I think HLG is great. I would like to see more Hybrid Log Gamma content. I want to see studios and video games and broadcast networks implement Hybrid Log Gamma. Like I said, it will only going to help with the picture quality. Okay? So there you have it. I just hit my camera like an idiot that I am. I'm not going to edit this. I'm going to leave it. You guys can laugh about it. All right, so if you guys liked this video, cool. If you didn't, well, sorry. I wasted your 20 minutes of your time. But for those of you who like this video, hopefully this 20 minutes was informative and I was able to help you. Remember, I'm just here to give you some information. I'm here to give you my opinions as well. So enjoy it. Thank you guys. And I'll see you soon. Cheers. Have a good one. Bye-bye.